don't try to throw me a ball and let me bring it right back. They say I need home training because I don't know how to act.
Okay, this guy here has never liked the female that was with my wolf. And today is the first time I'm going to let them together. Since he has passed, and we've got to get on with the business of dealing with certain personalities. And this guy has never liked her. She really doesn't care. She's an alpha. She's going to do her thing. And he's going to have to submit to it because she's more dominant than he is. You see the fear in him? Looking sideways? See how her body language is? Her hair is kind of down. She's like, I don't really want a problem with you. So I'm not going to actively engage physically with you. So I'll just do a little avoidance work. This is what's called avoidance work. Not what we do, walking the dog in another direction because they see another dog. No, that's fear. I just want you to look at this body language. Avoidance work is when you can hormonally make one feel that this is not in your best interest. You remember I said it starts off with the look, then the body posture, the growling, showing of teeth, and then the attack. So what they're saying, you notice the position of his tail, it's not all the way up. Her tail is not all the way up. They're not saying I'm going to attack you, but it's not down. The body language is saying this can be a problem. It's up to you. Will your mouth write a check that your ass can't cash? That's what we're getting ready to see. Because we're going to have to deal with these two. Now, he's just said a lot right here. He says, I'm interested in you. I really don't know who you are. But I remember the relationship that I had with you from afar when you were with Wiley. So he's going off of that hormonal feeling. That's all he's got. Because he's never been with her. He's never experienced her. Now he is a male that's intact. Look at him. See how he sits? That is a sign that I'm curious about you. Not necessarily aggressive. Not necessarily dominant. Okay? Nor is it submissive. See how he sits? He gets up, he sits, and look at her tail. It's not up. Her ears are back. She will do business if things get out of hand. If he closes the gap too soon with the energy and the attitude that he has because he's intact, it will happen. But until then, he made the choice to go in there. Will he make a choice to walk past her? How will this play out? How will they maneuver this avoidance? And we'll look and see how the human being does avoidance work when they're out walking, as opposed to these guys when they're walking past each other. What does the avoidance look like? Now, I am observing this, so I am a part of this. And that's the problem with observation. We can't totally not be a part of it. So the way I try and do it is to kind of walk away from it so that I'm not so much in it. And hopefully I'll still be able to see what's happening. So I kind of walk away. And let's see how they can deal with this. She's sending off some cold-blooded signals. Let's see if we can get close. That's a cold-blooded signal. Those ears. It's like a cat that lays at the bottom of the door staircase, and the dog wants to get through. And they say, "Buddy, don't you even think about it." This is body language right now. Is there anything being said? No. Anything physical happening? No. It's just body language, energy radiating out. But it's loud and it's clear. So we'll have to wait until the tone of it goes down, until one decides to move. We'll see what happens. Will this guy come through? This is the first time they have been together. Now, he's a mentally dominant dog. More mentally than physically. That's why he put himself in this position. Because he would normally, if she was behind the fence, he would be barking and growling and posturing and, just being a hell of a dog. But he's so curious. He's just waiting. See, this aggression is so addictive to animals because that hormone is just as strong as food. The need to eat and the need to procreate. It's just as strong. This is why we have so much of a problem with it. We don't know how to deal with that. She must be walking away because he's looking at her. Let me see if I can get in here. She is the most fascinating thing to him in this facility because of the aggression. Now look at it. He's chosen to, maybe she urinated. He's going to follow her. Oh boy. And I'm going to follow them. Is he making a choice? Yes, he is. Is it the right one? We're not sure. But it has to be made. Obviously, he's doing it. Now look at their tail. We'll pause, give them a little privacy. Okay, here we go again. See how he kind of turns away, starts to come back this way. See, this is what the human being can't do on a leash. We can't have two dogs that are aggressive towards each other, or they're just not sure about each other. They haven't been socialized with each other. We don't know how to make that happen, because what we do is we start to communicate and put ourselves in it and start saying, see, she's a good boy, or he's a good girl. See how he urinates right over where she defecated? And so in doing so, we get involved. We send off a message or a signal that should not be sent. Now this guy, we're going to see what kind of check he writes. Notice her tail now. It's higher. So he sees that. This is a waiting game. This is a hormone, pheromone, testosterone type of game, as you can see it now. Not outright aggression. That comes with a lack of thinking. This is calculated. You see how he's marking? See, he can be anywhere in this place, but he'd rather be there. What do you think is doing that? That's that hormone. That's that aggressive hormone that won't let it go, right? He's stuck on stupid, so to speak. All right, I'm here. Look at his tail go down. She's got her tail up. She's looking at him, and that tail has dropped. He said, I ain't doing nothing. I don't mean it. I'm just curious about you. See, I'm going to sit down. That's the beginning of resting, right? See, this is what we do with our dogs when they're out on a walk and we see another dog. We say, sit. But see, the dog is not ready at that time. It's on some other SHIT. You see? It's got to be hormonally manipulated to do this. So when we ask our dogs to sit, it's because of something else, not for it to rest. He's sitting because hormonally he doesn't feel the aggression. Look at the tail. I almost wish that, I wasn't here because I am influenced to some degree. But right now I'm being a mediator. He's sitting. This is what a dog like this would do when they're out on the plain and they're protecting the sheep. They would sit and watch and look for the coyotes or the wolves and then try to intimidate them from coming near the sheep. That's why they kind of look like this. They look like sheep. They blend in, but then they become more dominant. And they've got the power, the size, the mental dominance to do it. But he doesn't know. Look at it. He doesn't know what he should do with this girl because she's not attacking. This is just body language. This is energy being transferred between the two of them. And we just wait to see what happens. There could be a scuffle. He's used to it. She's definitely used to it. I've never not seen her win one. I've seen her flip dogs. Okay, look at this. Maybe this is going to be her new beau. Who knows? He's intact. All right. I'm still feeding. I want to finish feeding, but I don't want to let this go. This is what it's all about. This is what I talk to you guys about all the time. Just letting it play out without us putting our hands in. This is them figuring it out. Who is more dominant than the other without actually fighting? Sometimes it's done like this. A lot of time it's done through play. But look at this power play here. Right? They're matching each other. They're matching each other. You do this, I do that. We do this together. What does it mean? We'll have to wait and see. I don't have the time, but I'm trying to make it. Oh my gosh, this is like the predator waiting for the prey to come out of the hole to make the move. See what will happen, I'll probably go in the back and all of a sudden I'll hear some noise. And it'll still be going on or it'll be over with. But you'll hear that. Somebody may be on the ground. You never know. But I can't stay here. All right, I'm going to pause this. And I'm going to come back. Okay, they're still at it. All right, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to run some interference here. I'm going to bring someone else out. Run a little interference. Let's see what happens with this guy. Will he realize what's going on back there and go all the way back? Or will he decide to stay here? Let's see. Okay, there he goes. He sees them. Let's get closer. Oh, he scared him, which caused him to flinch. Do you see that? Which made her get up. So yeah, that's some good interference right there. Yeah, okay. What are you gonna do, Tonto? See, Tonto is the curious one. She's not remotely interested in either one of them. She's smelling where he was lying. See the slow body language? standing right in the middle. See how this guy goes to the side and goes around her? What will Tonto do? Someone that's not balanced. Okay, there she goes. There it is. She's saying, I'm handling all this. I'm dealing with it all. This is mine. I'm controlling the middle of this. To get past me, you gotta walk past me, and you better back up. That's what she's saying. And then when the tail goes down, she's taking off that pressure. When she sees what she needs to see, then the body language changes. See how he retreated? Who is the most dominant here? It's her. Yeah. See, this is what's called maintaining her ground, her space. That's what's happening here. Let's see how he can maneuver around her. He says, okay, I had enough. If you notice, he's drooling a bit. He's drooling. Let's see if we can get closer. You'll see. There we go. See it? Yeah. Those are the stress hormones. This is what you see when I bring a new dog in. This is that little dance that they're doing. But I've got to finish cleaning. So I think they did well on their own without me having to get involved. But of course, he's not done, but he's maintaining that personal distance. It doesn't really change until the gap is closed. As you saw the black dog, what he did, just walk right past. Notice the different, how their tails are kind of synchronizing with each other. You see that? All right. He's just trying to say, I'm not a threat, I'm not a threat, I'm just curious. But we don't know how she feels. Maybe she's not ready. See, this is how it is in the wild. All right, there he goes. Notice his tail. Notice the tail. He's just saying, hey, I ain't doing nothing. I'm so interested in you. I want to know why Wiley liked you so much. Just like most guys, right? He said, look, I'm going to sit down right here. I'm not going to crowd you too much. I just want to check you out. So you're Wiley's girl, huh? You see him licking his lips. What he's saying is, it wasn't you I didn't like. I just didn't like Wiley. Why should he be with you when I'm the one that's fully intact? Oh my gosh. This is so interesting. I hope you understand what I'm saying with the body language and what has to happen. She may have to get into this guy just to see who he is. Remember I said we never truly know a dog until we see them fight. Where their heart is. How important are things, you know? Can he maintain this distance and close it in slowly? Yeah, she's something else. You know, dominant dogs, man, I mean, just the way nature makes them. You gotta respect it. You gotta understand it. You gotta see the power. I mean, these guys can be over on the other side where these dogs, I call them the knuckleheads. They can be over there, but they're not. They feel this energy here and they say, this is more to my liking, you know? That's why he's sitting down there. All three of them. The black dog, let's look at his body language. Totally comfortable. The brown girl, not worried about things. But Tonto, not quite sure. Still trying to push the envelope. Doesn't feel relaxed. Let's just leave him again. I'll pause. Looks like he's decided to kind of give it up for right now. I'm glad because I need to get things done. Come on, Tonto. Tonto. No, he doesn't want to. Look at him being stubborn. I call him and he goes back. All right, so this thing has just got to play out. I'll return. Okay, so he decided to walk away. He came back on the other side. So he walked away so he could begin another day. So we'll start again later today or tomorrow. That's Tonto and the dominant female.
I'm the leader of the pack. I'm the leader of the pack.